Brad, picking up a win there with getting the rocks now and choice of the rocks and hammer, obviously, it's got to be big.
Yeah, it is. Getting hammer and getting the rocks is a big advantage. I think your percentages go up by probably 20%. Your likelihood of winning there. So it was important for us to come out tonight and play well and get over what happened this afternoon. I thought we did that. I thought we played a good game. And
obviously, it's going to be pretty tough to play a team back to back. What kind of mentality do you have to go into that?
Just going to have to be play a strong game. I don't think we got Team Botcher's best tonight. I expect them to be a little bit better tomorrow. So hopefully we play our game. That's the key. I think if we go out and play the way we're capable of playing, I think we should be okay.
You've been in these situations before. Is there an element of comfort that you can have with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not too worried about being the single sheet out there, the only one with all the eyes on us. That's kind of what we relish, and those are exciting times. We've been there tons. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Mike, obviously not the way that you wanted this week to go, but can you put into words, I guess, how you're feeling after this, the reaction from the audience, and how it might be something memorable when you look down the road?
Yeah, I mean, kind of leaving an arena under, with that kind of noise and applause is always a good feeling. That doesn't happen every day. Yeah, it's just it's been an up and down week. I alluded to in some other interviews. We left definitely 3 wins on the table that could have, should have, would have. But that's just kind of how we're playing right now. We just don't have quite a complete game, and we have a lot more work to do. So I think we met kind of the minimum standard of what we thought we could do this week, but for sure we wanted to exceed the minimum, and for us exceeding would have been making the Final Four, right? But we weren't far off. But we got some work to do.
Does it feel like that, knowing that you weren't far off and close? Does that drive you to continue to go forward next year? Or even later on this season?
Or does it drive me nuts? Yeah, I mean, it's... anytime you get to play your peers, you can kind of see where there's maybe holes in your game. So, I mean, that was good this week. We did get that opportunity to at least pit ourselves against the best. And, I think it gives us the info, gives us the perspective on what we need to do going forward. So, I mean, you're always learning. Never stop learning in just about any sport. And, for us, this is just one of those moments that gives us a lot of info and stuff to work on going forward.
Just lastly, how does the Brandon Brier differ from something else that you've experienced in the past, and having it here in a hometown and place that you have some close roots to?
Well, you'd be amazed by how many Newfie fans there are in the world or in Canada. So it always feels like the boys from the Rock always have a very strong home crowd. So it was nice to finally exceed that. I played in. It was my 4th Brier, and it was really nice to have like the overwhelming fan support instead of being kind of the underdog in the stands. We played in Saskatchewan and Ontario and Newfoundland Briers, so this was really a nice treat being on the other side of it, where you actually have the crowd versus playing against it a lot of the time. So that was a great experience.
Kirk, first time skipping and you ending with a win. It's got to feel good despite not being quite where you want it to be at the end of the week.
Yeah, it's always nice to finish off with a win. It just gives you a little more, I guess, freedom going into the evening of fun now. So it's nice to finish it off. It's nice to play hard and get a pretty decent record in this field. So first time as a skip, not bad.
Did you learn anything about yourself as a skip at an event like this?
Oh, I think so. There's tons, and I mean, to come up with it right now, maybe not, but in the next few days, after some kind of looking back on the week, finding the spots where we can get better, it's only going to be allow us to get grow as a team going forward.
You had a chance to play against your former skip that you had at this event. How was that taking on Steve and taking the win there?
Yeah, it's nice to kind of go back and kind of remember some of the good times we had with Steve and Flash, and it was fun to kind of go to battle against them. And too bad we weren't playing for first and second place or something like that. So they're great guys, and Steve will always be one of my closest friends. So it was kind of neat battling them. It was our first time this year.
Kevin, that's a big game and a big win, and now you got a really good advantage heading into the 1-2. How important was that hammer there?
Yeah, it's big. It's always a reassuring feeling to have hammer, and as long as you use it, even a 1-point lead against these good teams matters. And I imagine we'll get some practice and get to find some rocks we're comfortable with. So yeah, big win. I missed some half shots here or there, but made the big ones I had to, and the guys played good in front of me.
You're playing a back-to-back against them now. Is there a certain mentality that you need when you're playing a team that quick with the turnaround?
No, I don't think so. We're pretty familiar with them. We've played them lots. Who knows, they might take a different strategy, but we just got to come out and play our game. And it was a fairly well played game. Obviously, and we got three. We got a few breaks, and we kind of capitalized, which is kind of what we've been doing all week.